Good day, everyone, and welcome back! Welcome back to the 5th and newer episode of the Cosmetic Showcase for Jurassic World Evolution on my channel. Hey guys, I'm Insider. You know me, you heard about me. If you watch my videos, you definitely know who I am. I'm sorry, okay, if I'm sometimes a little bit weird. This is kind of how I talk to myself as well. So, this is the 5th video I'm making. This is in the same evening, or same afternoon / evening. I am recording these videos for the showcases, the skin and pattern showcases in the species previewer. After 3 times doing the Ankylosaurus episode, which you have seen last time, a couple of days ago, we are going to do the Ankylosaurus because I got the energy and I got the mood to continue this series, and I'm gonna finish this whole series of all the dinosaurs. And that also gives me a break of rebuilding my whole damn sandbox part. I know Insider is getting a little bit too touchy about this corrupt save file every time, but it's for me still, even if it's for you, the video is a week further on the last time I've been talking about it, it's still the same day for me while I'm recording this. So do not mention it. Just kidding, guys. Yeah, we're back, guys. Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus.
Now, that's the one I always pronounce correctly. It's not like any problems with this name. It's like Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's one of the names we know as a kid, right? Even if we said it in our own language. What was the Dutch translation of it again? I've been so used to the English names. Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus. It sounds really stupid. I know. I can hear my friend Fauna Creates already doing the Dutch translation after it. Like, but I will get to hear this eventually again. But Ankylosaurus, guys, we are here at it. It looks great. It's standing here over in the species previewer. It's kind of like, I will come back to it, but this is the base skin where you start with. Every dinosaurs have a starting skin if you select it without changing anything in the cosmetic pool. So I do not know why it's this color, because it is definitely not how we know Ankylosaurus in the first game. It was way more boring as a color, more darker, and this one has this orange and green tint in it. I'm going to talk about that one in a second, but what we do is we look at the animations for a second. Suggested a couple of times. I've done it the first time more checking out these all with the Ankylosaurus. I always do the walking animation when showcasing the skins. But as you can see, it's just a luggage of an animal. It's like, look at... I love how the plates on it also move around. It's kind of like, I'm not sure, is this in real life? Should it be like sitting static on its back like a shell? Or is it really moving like loose plates on top of it? I am not sure about it. It looks really good. The running animation is, like I said, with the Ankylosaurus, heavy dinosaurs, slow and heavy dinosaurs, see running through the game is always a little bit of a weird. I love how Ankylosaurus and also Stegosaurus and stuff also gallop like a horse. It's a shame we don't have that animation in here, but they have this gallop, but now it's just literally running. This is when he runs for his life or runs towards probably the cheeseburger he has seen and a guest is holding in his hand while he's in the safari truck, and he sees it and he's like, that's mine, give it back. You don't earn this. I'm a dinosaur, I'm really old. Well, maybe he's just 1 month old because he's just been created, but the child doesn't know that. We have the lying animation, and I do want to change it. Oh, this is already so much different again. Let me quickly do the rotation a little bit towards the front of it. There we go. The lying down animation, it's lying down pretty gorgeous. It's a little bit on the side. Isn't this how... I'm not sure. What animal lies like this? Do rhinos like... How rewind. Do rhinos lie down like this? It's pretty late, guys. I'm doing this. It's not even that late. It's the fourth recording I'm doing. Blame it on that, Insider. Yeah, blame it on that. And then we have the a little animation. It's not much. He's just using the tail, animated the tail, and he's slap. Do you slap it down? It's not even slapping it down. It's just raising his tail and lower it again. Not that interesting. There is an animation where he's also rolling. Is it rolling on his back on this one? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just not the Ankylosaurus, but a different species from its family. Then we have like a little animation, little roar, shaking his head a little bit, like having flies on top of his head. Let's go back to the walking animation. And like what we have done with all the others, as you can see, and this is one that is kind of interesting because I've always played the first game on the Jurassic World one. Oh wait, it was already on this one. Oh no, okay, so Jurassic World is really green. Everything is way more green. Why? I do not know. Maybe in the maps itself it looks great because I'm using the Jurassic World one for my my park at this point. But the neutral one looks really good. Now let's go to the skins, and this is something I want to point out because in front of me on my phone I got the skins of the previous game, and I like to check out if I see something that looks similar to one of the older skins. Maybe I've noticed some of them immediately, maybe I haven't noticed others. Like with the Allosaurus, there are a couple of skins that look similar but not exactly, and I never mention it. So if you have seen any of the skins you think like, hey, that one looks like the Tundra skin in Jurassic World Evolution 1 and I haven't mentioned it, let me know in the comments down below. But this one is basically not the null one. This is, like I said before, the null one was darker in the previous game. This is the jungle one. It has the orange, it's green with orange, and it's the closest what we get if we want to recreate the jungle skin from the first game. And let's just quickly check how we go if we have Rana away. As you can see, it's green. Like the Solardahusco already shows, Solardahusco is always green. Like every skin has still the same color, only the patterns are differently. So if we go to Rana, which is blue last time we checked with the Ankylosaurus, is now like a brownish color. And Rana makes this an orange-brown pattern on top of it. You can see it on the head. If you switch around the horns, the points on its shell, the hooks and things, you can definitely see that this color changes a lot to the original skin being used. Also on the legs you could see some of it, the scales, if that's scales, I'm not sure if those are scales, it's really different. And if we go to, and once again, if you may have already noticed it immediately, I just remind myself, in the 10 minutes time between the first video recorded for the third time and this one, I've mentioned in the previous video, I will check out how I will pronounce these names. And like I said, I will definitely forget about this. Yes, I've already forgotten about it in 10 minutes time. So what we're gonna do, because I want to do this correctly now, is we go into a translation on Google. We're gonna do that. We switch to English, and we try to immediately pronounce, if I can type it correctly, Rana. Pretty much interesting and easy to say. It's a nice name. Everybody knows about Rana. Let's see. I have unmuted my phone. Wow, that was a lame voice, guys. Chalcorana. 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 Okay, Chalcorana, guys. That's it, Chalcorana. And Chalcorana is a dark grey blackish pattern. Somehow it removes the color on top of the head, which comes back to the green. It's different. You can see that the color is less spread out. It's also in a different position. You should check that. Is it me? Spikes are different on the side. It makes the dinosaur so much different. You can make a lot of combinations. Yes, the Ankylosaurus is not that great with pattern like stripes or stuff, but the combinations you can make, they are really interesting. Lithobates. And this is the one I can pronounce. Lithobates is green, and you can already see you cannot definitely spot the pattern on this. If you would say to me that this was the blank pattern, I would definitely believe it. So it's not really interesting. Then we have the another one, which is blue on this point. Let's quickly check how we pronounce this. Yeah, it's also filling in content time. Pulcrana. I will say that it's called Pulcrana. 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 I said it correctly. Pulcrana. Pulcrana. Next time we just say blue. You can see the bluish tone. It has a blue, little bit of blue on top of its head. Compared to the previous one, not that much. Most of the spikes do look bluish, gray. Then we have Papurana. We can pronounce that one correctly immediately. Papurana, which is a different kind of green compared to the other one, and gives also a little bit more orange green. It looks like a more lighter, greener version of a Rana, as you can see, like that. Interesting. Then we have a blackish, which is Pelophylax. And Pelophylax is something I definitely... Can I pronounce that correctly? I'm not sure now, but... Let me see if I spelled that correctly. Pelophylax. Pelophylax is even more Greek than I thought it was. Pelophylax. Okay, Pelophylax is... it's black. Yeah. It doesn't change much beside of the spines or the spikes. As you can see, spikes are the ones that are being colored. Rest of it stays like, it's not that much of a green, as you can see. Oh, it makes everything more brown. See that? Oh, that's what I mean with the colors for Ankylosaurus. It's not just a couple of pattern colors on it. It's also just some kind of glance to it or filter. Really interesting. So that is basically those skins. When I'm checking these skins, I'm also holding out the previous game patterns, and so far the only one that is standing out was the jungle one from the game. I think it's also the vivid one that is more brighter. It has something like this, but yeah. We will check out the first of the skins, which is... Wait, that's kind of like... Okay, I have to pronounce... No, not pronounce it. I have to address this. Because I said in a couple of videos, like the previous 4 showcases, that most of these are basically always the same color. That's not the case, because Sonora Desert, if we just quickly go back to Ankylosaurus that's still standing on this one, you can see it's like a brown, red, orange color. The same is with the Allosaurus, and the same is also with the other 2, the Alberto and Acrocanthosaurus. So that's interesting to see. This is another brown color. Brown, inside it's green. Yeah, it's green. It's a green color. So that's interesting. I didn't realize that until now. Okay, Rana. Little bit of a brownish tint to it. Not that interesting. Also, Chalcorana. I'm not going to say it perfectly. It's not perfectly at this point, but I'm trying, okay? Black markings on spikes. Now we have the green, not much of a difference. Then we have the bluish colors. That looks pretty nice. It has like a blue-gray color on top of it. Looks pretty nice. Then we have a more green, which also has like an orange color to it. Does not really stand out. And then we completely changed it to a more browner tint with the Balophylax. That was it. Balophylax. And I kind of said the Dutch between it. That's it. That was him. It automatically responds if you say something weird in Dutch. And you say the correct word. You definitely say it like, that's it. But then I said it in Dutch. Not that interesting, guys. What do you guys think? I do like this one. The Death Valley one stands out even with the blank pattern. It has a nice brown color. You can see that the body itself has a lighter tone. In a couple of places it's more darker, like on top of its head. The armor platings is brown, nice color. It's a really good combination. And I think that even without a pattern, it looks really good. And because the patterns aren't that crazy, the Ankylosaurus can be maybe in the top 3 without even a pattern. As you can see, Rana doesn't really add much. It has a little bit more of a brownish tone towards it. This one completely changed the whole look of it. And that's really interesting. If we go, like, this is green, and if we go back to... Look what a difference it gives to on the brown. It has like a nice algae vibe of it. Top of its back, a little bit greenish. Maybe he's been in the bushes or puddling in the water, and his shell was a little bit got a little bit wet. Algae stick to it when he emerged from it. Something like that. But I think the rest of the body would be green as well if that's the case. Lithobates also greenish. Even more because of the... I think this one looks way better because of the spikes. Spikes are lighter here. This is more variety in the color. The blue. I like the blue on top of it. Yeah. Really cool. The green. I think this is the vivid one. Or the jungle one again. Even more vivid. It looks way more vivid than the jungle one. Jungle had a green tone on the body. And then we have, as you can see, it makes it even more brown, like legit brown. It's like a little bit of muddy color on top of the plates itself. Interesting. Oh, let's go to the desert skin, which also changed completely the color of the skin itself. It's like a gray, white color, and I do like it. Like I said, I only know a couple of skins. I've been rushing through a couple of them, especially those that have been used in the previous game, to see if there are like familiar skins in it. But this is a really nice color. As you can see, like in the salty flat areas in the United States, for example, like near Death Valley, Great Sandy Desert. I will definitely, because this is Death Valley, I will think this is the Death Valley one, only seeing the skin itself. Rana gives a little bit of a brownish tint to it on top of it. Then we have the Chalcorana, lithobates, greenish. I do like the blue-gray of Pulchrana. Pulchrana is a nice tint on top of it. The green, once again, shell looks too much like the previous one, the jungle vibe of it. And the black, as you can see, it makes it just a bit darker. It also changed the eye color, isn't that? Oh my god! Why are the eyes so weird? Why is the eye so weird? I don't get that. Maybe it's the lighting, because I changed the lighting of it. Just ignore the eye from now on. It's a great skin. Looks great. We go to the Champlain Valley skin, which is also a green. It's way more green. This is the wetlands one from the previous game. That looks really like the wetlands one. Let me check that one. Wetlands. Yeah, it has maybe more brown in it, but it's darker than the Salar del Husco. So let's check the patterns over here. Once again, this is basically the same feel for me. Still, it's the jungle version. This is a nice look. I like this one. Chalcorana, nice color. Little baits, not that interesting. This is this looks most like the one I've been using for Bumpy in my Jurassic World build of the previous game, because we didn't have Bumpy back then. Nice blue to it. Again, this one is getting boring. It was a really nice skin. It was one of my favorite skins in the previous game, but now it's just meh. Makes it a lot more brown. Yeah, not that great of a combination for me. We've done this. We go to Limpopo, which is also brown. It's like a more darker tone. Well, the other one has a combination of it. A bit of an orange from Rana in it. The Chalcorana is giving it a more lighter plaything. Green. Well, it's not the jungle one immediately, but it's a nice green touch to it. I like this one. I still do think the bluish color is the best one so far. Yeah, jungle. This is the same thing with the Ankylosaurus. The green is not interesting enough. We have two greens and they both look the same, mostly. Only the spikes are different. And we have the more black spikes and brown plaything. We go to the white version. I love this one. Alien Mountains. This is one I will see in the snow. Really nice texture. Once again, the eye is normal. Really nice texture. I love it. Brown, a little bit of brownish tint in it. As you can also see, that is it's more gray on top of it now. It suits it with the white body underneath it. Bit of much green, same like this. It's not that interesting. I like the darker the darker parts of the spikes. Way more. Blue. Looks okay. I'm still not. Yeah, I don't. This is for me. This is basically the same. I can see the difference, but it feels the same. And brown to it. I like this one. This is a really nice combination. Brown and white, but the white itself is also really cool. This is even a harder decision for me later if I make a top 3. Yukon, that is a gorgeous color. That is a gorgeous color. That looks great. I love it. The blue in it, once again, it's a blue purplish color. It's not the blue we have, but I like this one really well. Let's see how the patterns are on top of it. Brown makes it look cool as well. That looks also really cool. You can see the body has more brown in it as well. Does it have always? Oh, it already had that one. So that is a nice combination. The Chalcorana one is... I do not like this. No, it's not bad. Most dinosaur combinations for the patterns and skins are not bad, but it feels a bit weird. Well, it's still better than this. This one is not really visible. Let's see. No, not that much. A little bit of different color on the spikes. Green, once again, really similar to the other one. And this one makes it more brownish. Like, this is like it has been laying in the dirt and the mud. Yukon, really nice skin. Svalbard, dark, blackish, dark gray color of the body. Looks really nice. The brown makes it a bit purplish as well on the plates. The brownish green, well, it's more like a greeny. It's a brownish green, right? That's kind of how I see it. Looks okay. This one looks fine. I like this, the blue on the top of it. That's a nice color. Green, once again, these two are just pretty much the same for every skin. They just change most of it on the top. If you have many different Ankylosaurus and all have Papurana, but the base skin color is different for every one of them, they still look the same. It's my opinion about it. And the brown, I do like the brown with this one. Because of the body, it has black spots on it as well. That is one sexy color. That is a sexy color. I love this one. Oh, this is gonna be a really tough decision. That is a nice blue, yellow body. Reminds me of some modern lizards or amphibians. That looks really cool. The brown looks good. Yeah, it does look good. The blue, the brown, orange color, and then the yellow on top of it, underneath it. This one, not as much. Still not as much. This is not much of a difference. Still jungle brown. I do not think most of the patterns, the only pattern I do like is Rana on this one, but most of the patterns just ruined this nice base skin. Mangrove. Maybe this is the wetlands. Maybe all the green ones are wetlands or jungle. I don't know. You decide. Let me know. Nice color combination. Brown, green, swampy feeling. Lying in the swamp all day. Brown gives a little bit more brown on the horns. Let's definitely change immediately the whole color on top of the plates. But the brown parts of the spikes looks okay. Boring. Bluish, really good on top of it. That looks okay. I said really good and okay in one sentence, but Still, same as the other ones, and the brown makes it mostly brown. I get the feeling that I already know how I'm gonna decide which is going to be the best one. So Gambia River Basin, which was in the previous dinosaur showcases mostly reddish, is now purple. And I do like this color because it's unique to the others. It is a nice color. A little bit of brown through it. I think this is a nice combination. If I have to pick like Chalcorana, I think this Gambia River one is sitting really well. Again, we don't talk about the green. The blue suits it. Looks nice. Really looks nice. Papurana. I'm not even saying anything about that anymore. And the brown makes it a bit more reddish again, but I do like the purple of it. And then we have two skins, which are not combinations, but we're gonna showcase them anyway. We have the why didn't I? Oh wait, of course. Wait, give me. There we go. We have to select it. We have the Ankylosaurus of 2009, which is the Jurassic Park 3 Ankylosaurus from the movies. It's a really awesome skin. And it's gonna be cheating if I have to pick up a top 3. And this is gonna be part of it. Because this is just really good. It has different spikes on top of his head. Those are longer. If we take a look to the other one, it has more like symmetrical. These are way longer. Tail maybe? No, yeah, the tail clop is different. It looks great. It has this nice red around the eye. It is a nice green dark color. It is different than the one we had as the 2001 A skin. You had so many different variations for this one as well, which was darker because of the movie. It was a bit darker, so it looked darker. But this is, I do like this color. I think this is the real deal. And then we have Bumpy. And this is the newest we got. And even if you look at the eye, you can see it has the color that was used in the animation series Camp Cretaceous. And it looks nice. I really love the color of Bumpy. That's a nice color. I love the asymmetric design of it. One horn is normal, the other one is like a bump. Hence the name Bumpy. So those were all the skin combinations we had. I'm gonna make a top 3, and I have to say, okay, this is something we have to do because there are more dinosaurs with really cool skins. To me, if we have to select everything, this is the number 1. This is just basically the number 1. But because we cannot include this as combinations, Bumpy and the JP3 and Carlo are just amazing skins. We're gonna do the top 3 just between the ones with the combinations. So I will be back in a flash. I will check out which ones are the best, and then I will show you guys them. Be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. We have our number 3 over here. This is something I was already afraid of. It has no pattern. To me, I've been looking into it. I don't even know how long I've been looking at it, but I've been checking everything again and again and again and again, at least 15 minutes straight. I think the base skin, without any pattern, is really good. It has brown, it has green, as you can see. It feels like it just pulled out of a really swampy location with all the green from the water on top of it, and it just splashed out and it walked out and moved on. That is what this whole skin gives the feeling of that vibe. That's how I said it. It's the whole vibe it gives it to me. It's just, it looks really nice. I really like this one. So, skin combination. Just my brain is working on that, but this is not. It doesn't feel like a combination top 3 for now. But the skin is at least a number 3 spot. Let's check what number 2 will be. And for the number 2, yes, again without a pattern. This is the number 2, Killian Mountains. It's just, to me, it looks good. The patterns, I picked some patterns top of it to check. I've just checked everything again, but without the pattern is still the best looking. I love the white. It has this dark gray on top of it. I just like how it's a ghost in a desert, in like a white desert sand location where it's just roaming around. The sun is baking him alive, so he has this white tint on top of it. All the sand that his dry skin has, you know, that's kind of what it kind of gives off if I'm looking at this skin. So again, no pattern, because to me it changed too much. And I like the combinations of some that you can have a lot of variations with it. You have a white one, but you can also have a white one with a little bit of blue, you know? But it's still, the patterns are really boring in my opinion. Only Rana and Pulse Rana is the only two I think look good. So, again, just the skin on number 2. Let's get to number 1. And the number 1 for my pickings is this time with a pattern. I really, really, really think the Amazon rainforest skin is really sexy on the Ankylosaurus. That is a nice looking skin. It reminds me of like the parents of Bumpy, for example. Bumpy has this nice bluish yellowish combination. It's way more lighter, but I love this. This green blue, the yellow body. It reminds me of there is a snake. I cannot come up with the name of it. There is a snake that has the same color combinations. I've seen it in pictures and on documentaries and stuff. I really love it. And at first, I was not going to pick a pattern color because the normal version without it is really cool. As you can see, it looks really cool. But somehow, I do like the brown, extra brown tint on top of it, making it even have more colors. It stands out. I really like this. It's a nice looking skin. And I think overall, the patterns for the Ankylosaurus are really boring. But of course, I cannot have everything I want. If it's up to me, I will have more striped dinosaurs or dotted dinosaurs or panther spots or something, you know? But this is what we get, and I still love how the art designers and the model designers worked on all of these dinosaurs, and Frontier does such an amazing job working on these dinosaurs, especially in Jurassic World Evolution 2. And yeah, I think it's really hard to come up with some designs for some dinosaurs, but this is a really nice skin. I love this one really much. So that is the Ankylosaurus showcase, guys. We had a top 3. We had seen all the patterns, the skins. You can make a lot of combinations with it. And also a lot of these combinations have a similar effect on each other, even if you have a whole different base color on it. But this is a really cool dinosaur. And without checking out Bumpy and the 2001 skin, I am pleased with the Ankylosaurus, how it looks like. Yeah. So next time we will be checking, let me quickly check, we're going to the Apatosaurus, that's the next dinosaur. And we're going to showcase that one. For now, if you have a favorite combination, if you want to comment on what I think about the patterns and skin and you have your opinion, let me know everything you want to say in the comments down below. Let's get a conversation going on about it. I love talking about these things, so if you definitely want to talk about it, let me know. And like the video if you like this showcase, and give me the idea if people like this, and we move on to all the other dinosaurs. There are 90 dinosaurs and we only have done 5 of them, so we have 85 more species, including reptilians, to do for the showcases. So we're gonna work on a lot more. Have you not subscribed to the channel? Hit the subscribe button. If you want to keep on touch, you can also do the bell button. But you don't have to do that, because it's a nice thing if you want to keep in touch. You want to be notified if a new video is being dropped on my channel. But I will never do it myself, so why would you? But everybody has his own reasons for it, right? So for now, I wish you all a really nice day, and we will see each other next time with the Apatosaurus. Take care and bye bye.